Well, good evening, America. What it do? What it do? I am Wendy Torres from the Mentor Mentee podcast, and I have no idea why Emil Thomas is already laughing. Welcome to this Wednesday. It is December the 2nd, and I am so excited to be here with you all tonight. Hey, Emil.
Hi, Wendy. Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Y'all, let me tell you something. Okay, so in the pre-show, Wendy and I were talking about I was talking about all the stuff I do backstage as she's getting ready. While she's doing her makeup, I'm like pre-planning everything, putting it on, we all taken care of. And for some reason, I hyped myself up so much in the 12 seconds that we're listening to the song.
Yeah.
I'm always like, I don't know if I pressed all the buttons. Today, y'all, I did not bring Wendy's camera in or my camera in for like the millisecond. And maybe you watching it saw it happen, but I just have to laugh at myself now because there are so many buttons on this technology. It's insane. It is insane.
Would you like to start over, sir?
No, I don't want to, because you know what? We made it through, and that's all that matters. It's Wednesday. Let's go in with the check-in. How are you?
I am so good today. Today is a good day. It was my active rest day for real. I did not work out this morning, but did my meditation. I've done some stretching. I've got 400 abs to do before the night is over, but it was a great day. Oh, let me tell you what else I did.
Okay.
I wore something to work that I would not normally wear because I was in protest that I was in the office. So I just wore me like some pajama-like clothes and got away with it all day. So, hey, today was a good day.
And when we say pajama-like, are we talking about actual just pajama pants that just fly by?
No, they were not actual pajama pants. They, It was, I wore a really long cloak and it was awesome. And I was happy in my office all day long because I was comfortable. Who wears pajamas to work? I do, Captain Kirk. That's who.
What's up, Captain Kirk? Glad to have you.
I do. But no, today I'm just really happy today. I'm very excited about the topic we're talking about. See, here she comes already with the petty. I knew it. I knew she was coming. I felt it in my shanana that she was somewhere. Like, hi, my Ashley. I have my abs to do today, ma'am. I do have my abs to do today. No, I did not do boot camp, but I will have my 36,000 calories burned in time, ma'am, because 3Tech gets it done.
Y'all.
All right.
Y'all.
It's about to be crazy.
Y'all, today is going to be one of them days. So go ahead. Keep on.
All right. So thank you, ma'am. Today is a great day. I'm just happy to be here with you. And I'm excited about the topic that we're talking about, entrepreneurship, especially when it comes to young people, young African Americans. I'm all about Black empowerment. Let's get it. Hi, my friends are here with me tonight. I'm excited. All right, so tell me how you are doing today.
I'm doing good, y'all. So listen, I told you we were going to keep up with the process of how the Georgia runoff is going to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody want to guess what email I got this morning?
That your absentee ballot is on the way. It is signed, sealed, and delivered.
Okay, so correct. Today, the absentee ballot is leaving Georgia and it's on the way to be in Chicago. We gonna see what happens next. Okay? All we know is it's in process. Other than that, y'all, I'm blessed. I am happy. I am excited. I'm laughing at y'all in Georgia because I know y'all got y'all little dust of snow, but like Chicago didn't get any. It just got cold. I put my Christmas tree up. Me and my roommate put our Christmas tree up.
I like your lights.
Like, we getting ready for it. It's the end of the year. You need to just do what you got to do to get through. So,
hey, Lindsay.
So without further ado, let's get into this episode, Wendy.
Wait, I see that you have on your humble shirt. Tell me
yes. I can't forget. So look. as according to this topic, right, we often talking about supporting each other.
Right.
And so a good friend of mine from high school has a company called Humble Bee Collections. You can go on Instagram and spell it out, Humble BEE Collections, and you can copy you a Humble crew neck. It is warm as all get up. I have been hugging myself all day. I got it last Friday. And I was super excited because I knew I was going to be able to wear it on the show, because last 2 weeks ago, Wendy showed out and was like, we had Miss Hill here and she was repping Miss Hill shirts.
I said on my unprofessional development t-shirt.
Okay. So I said, let me just show you that we do it both ways. So when I got my Humble crew sweatshirt, I was ready for it to happen. And here it is. It's so warm. It's so comfortable. It's fighting the Chicago weather. So y'all support Black businesses, support Black female businesses, and go on Instagram to Humble Bee Collection and copy one.
Awesome. That's great when we're talking about entrepreneurship, because she is a young entrepreneur. Let me say shout out to all my green team that is in the building. Hey guys, Lindsay, Eurice, hey Tan, hey everybody, how you doing? Anika, how are you? How are everybody? Come on.
Okay.
It's about to be in here today. All right.
Okay. Yes, go ahead.
I was waiting on you.
So we got two special guests that Wendy's gonna bring in.
We do. Okay, so listen, guys. Today we're talking about entrepreneurship, but with millennials, right? So we're going to have a little bit of a conversation just about the shifts in Black business. And I didn't think anybody else would be to talk about this topic with other than Shayon Green and Lola Staxx. Shayon Green is one of the owners of the best gym in the world, hands down, Effect Fitness. And he is also my personal trainer, along with Lola Staxx, who is a trainer there, who he trained to be a trainer. We're going to talk about that today. And she is also the one that's trying to make me do all these hundreds and hundreds of abs. So let's bring them on and get the conversation started.
Hey, and I did it again.
Mike. Hey guys, how you guys doing?
Good.
Good
to be here with y'all.
Well, we're excited for you all to be here with us. Hey, Hill Story, how are you? Hey, Chauncey. That would be Shayon's favorite person in the whole world. Did you bring her up? Please do. Please bring her up. That's
here you go.
Yes.
Here you go. There you go.
No mistakes about it. That's his favorite person. Hey, Mandy, and hi, Mother. Mother is watching.
Hi, Mama. How are you? Let me get Hill Story because she did her check-in. How you doing, Queens? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you had a good week. King and Queen, how y'all doing?
Hey, we're good over here, man. We're chilling.
Yo, we were backstage. We were talking. Oh, it's cold over there.
Yeah.
Oh. See, I'm talking about that Chicago cold and that Atlanta cold whipping ass. So let's talk about y'all story. So Shayon, would you please tell us, who you are, how you got into entrepreneurship, the name of your business, how you function your business, just a little bit of that.
Well, I'm Shayon Green. I'm local. I'm from Georgia, country boy. Studied at the University of Miami. I've been playing football my whole life. Started down in Miami at the University of Miami, 4-year degree, majored in kinesiology. Fitness has always been my passion. I've been working out probably since I could walk, to be honest. Being from the country, man, you wake up to so many chores, you just adapt to working. So with that being said, kinesiology has been a passion of mine because I love the way the human body works. And with that being said, football has brought me the opportunity to grow that. And being on so many teams, being a part of so many great teams, the fitness industry has molded my life to what it is now. I currently own and operate, I'm the founder of Green Team that's locally built out of Effect Fitness.
Green Team?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, where's your green, Wendy?
What are you talking about?
I mean, how you gonna have the owner, trainer of Green Team in and you ain't gonna rep no green?
Okay, so listen, I was gonna put on my Green Team paraphernalia, but what was I gonna put on? I mean, I got a Green Team sweatshirt, I got a Green Team black bra, I got sets added sweatshirt. I got another sets added t-shirt. I got a another sweatshirt, another t-shirt. I got two of it. I didn't know what to put on.
You went back with that green. That's vintage right there.
I didn't know what to put on, so I just put on green. Oh, wait a minute. I was gonna put on my other black. Wait, no, I don't have another green team bra, do I?
Coming soon. Hey, make sure y'all. Hey, coming soon. Stay on the lookout.
Okay.
So I just put on my green sweater because I didn't know what to put on, sir.
I'll take it back. I'm sorry I even opened the can of worms. How dare
It's okay. So Lola, tell us the same thing. What brings you into what's your story that brings you into fitness right here?
Lola.
Well, my story is a little bit different. I didn't necessarily have the walk of fitness in my background. I more so come from the entertainment background. So at one point in time, I was doing music. I'm a stand-up comedian. I was a barber, cutting hair on the rap game. So I was always in a field that I necessarily didn't have a job, but I actually left bartending and ended up becoming a trainer here at Fit Fitness. My dad helped me choose Shayon as a trainer, and one thing led to another. I started learning, started loving how fitness became a part of my lifestyle, a part of my coping mechanisms when I was like battling depression and stuff like that. And I asked Shayon, I said, hey, what is the next step to become a trainer? And here I am.
That's awesome. Okay, so you started in one place. So Nate, let's be real. So the sister has bars. Like when
I was gonna say, do we have to skip over the fact that she said she was a comedian, a rapper, a barber, and then dad said this is where you should be.
Right.
And
at least that's a good place. Now, I would go there now, but that's a great thing because that's one of the things I want to talk about a little bit later is the fact that your father actually steered you in the direction of entrepreneurship when a lot of Black parents steer us away from it. They tell you to go to college and get a job, right? So that's excellent that your dad steered you in that direction.
My father was like my biggest fan. Like when behind music, he stood behind me in music. He stood behind me even when I just started working out. He was an all-star athlete. So anything to fitness, he was a track star, weightlifting champion back in his day. Qualified for the Olympics twice. So that was in his blood. So Fitness is kind of instilled in me. I am not my father. But,
okay, not only does she listen, people, don't listen to her. Don't listen to her. Not only does she have bars, she has knees. Like you need to patent them. Like knees, like jumping. Like
okay.
Listen,
you want to show me? Y'all want to see it?
That is quad strength. I had to build that because when Julie first said post say, I was flabbergasted. I'm like, what? Excuse me? So that is nothing but quad strength that I built because when I used to have to bend over, I used to lock my knees back and bend from the waist because my knees was not strong enough to hold me. If I got down there, I was going to be down there.
Yes, you're right. That says she has Meg knees. I have what you call Mary knees, Mary J. Blige knees.
Richard said he wanted to see them knee work.
Richard. So Shayon, talk a little bit about that part because that's important to me. Did your parents steer you? What was your parents' advice to you, or like which direction did they steer you when it came to your career?
I would guess my parents are very open. They let me. Some people say they grew up with their parents.
Mm-hmm.
I have young parents. My parents had me when they were both teenagers. So I had an open childhood. So it's whatever I took interest in, they were like, yes, let's do this. I've always had my own opinion. So they always if I want to play football, they show up to every game. If I started a new venture construction, they was like, yeah, let's go buy this. They always gave me the tools to do whatever I wanted to do. So I can guess that I've never had a job. Working for myself has been the only source of income besides playing football. So like I said, not to be repetitive, but being open.
So that sounds like that's the theme for both of you, though, Lola, with the different careers or things that you did. So that's one of the things that really draws me to both of you, and why I wanted you all to be here to talk tonight, because I see Lola, like, she is the master of reinvention without doing a reinvention. Like, I haven't seen anything that you have put your mind to that you haven't mastered, right? And Shayon is methodical. Like, I've never seen anybody with a. I've seen some business minds like that, but not this young. Like, we are constantly trying to figure out right, because we're constantly like, did he do that on purpose? Is he like really sitting back? But like, I can always see your wheels turning, which was the reason why I wanted to be here to talk about business and not fitness. It would have been much. It would have been real easy,
Yes.
to talk about fitness right tonight, but sometimes we need to talk about the mind behind that, which is your business mind.
Yes.
Yes, she is. Lola is driven and focused. So let's see what other comments. We just got some people checking in saying hi. So can you guys, so Nate and I don't know if you all know really quickly, we know each other because I actually was Nate's AP government or honors government?
Honors
Government teacher.
I say it proudly too. You heard that, right?
So I was his teacher. And not only was I his teacher, but we did a lot of mentoring. Nate is the boss of me. Like, when I pass away, you call Nate, he knows what to do. That's just how much he runs my life. But that started when he was in high school as a teenager and I was a teacher. And so our mentor-mentoring relationship has evolved. Now he's constantly teaching me things. Can you all talk a little bit about your partnership and your relationship? Because if I remember correctly, at one point, Lola, you were a client, and now you were an assistant. Now you're an actual trainer that Shayon is trained. So can you all talk about that a little bit? Shayon, if I don't know if you want to do it, like, you're about to be like us. I don't know who's gonna talk first.
Well, I'll start.
There you go.
When I came, my sister originally came to the Effect Fitness first. She used to always tell me, "Oh, come," and I was just like, "Oh, I don't want to work out." At that point in time, I was like in a very dark space mentally. But eventually, I did come to Effect Fitness, and I did my first boot camp class, and I fell in love with it. And it was more so I was into music. We had urban music playing, all types of music at that, and it just felt good to be around your people and just to be around positive people like that. So I wanted to take my mental and my physical body back to where I was previously. I was battling depression. I had before I came to Effect Fitness, I had lost my son and I lost my grandfather. So I was just in a very, very dark space at that time. And when I was with my dad, I was like, okay, I want a trainer, because typically my dad, he trained me in track and field. So, but he was traveling a lot, moving around a lot with his own business. So he helped me sit down. We looked at all the trainers at Effect. We looked at everyone's background. My father studied kinesiology. And that's what he was like, oh, he knows how every part of the body works. And he just went through this in-depth thing. And that's how I ended up coming to Shayon. And so I know I have a very, very flamboyant look and a very flamboyant personality, but I am very much like a very shy person and like kind of like an introvert. So I didn't want to tell nobody my name. I went up to Shayon and I said, how much you cost? And he took all my money because I was a bartender. And he was like,
all of it.
And so I never told him my name. I just came, trained, and left. You know, a lot of people knew me in the boot camp classes because I always used to add a little twerk into each move. I used to love leg bands, so that's why I throw a little hip in and stuff like that. But when my father actually passed right after I started training with Shayon, and
so he passed while you were at the gym.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
It was Brick Day, and that's one of the days I always hate. But it was Brick Day, and I remember telling Shayon afterwards, I try to navigate through my day like it was a regular day. I did bricks, and that was the first time I ever heard Dooley say "find a way," because I went in there, I was on a brick for like 2 minutes, and it was just ghetto. I was just like, oh my God, why did I walk in here? And he was like, find a way, like, you know, he started preaching, and that was probably the only brick class I complete straight through without like stopping and laying down on the ground crying. So after that, he told me to talk to Symmetria. You know, we talked, and that's when he started saying, "Hey, you can't just give up." I disappeared from the gym for like 2 months, and he was like, come on back, get back into it." I gained like 30 additional pounds. I gained or 40.
His face right now.
I like them.
30 or 40.
There's two stories going on. You got to follow both of them.
Right.
Get back into it. And so Shayon's really big on mental strength. And one thing he always tells you that he does not focus on emotions. And I'm a very emotional person. If whatever emotion I'm going through, you're going to see it. And that is something that I have been working on. But I started as a client, started working hard, trying to get my body coming back, and then I ended up start volunteering at the gym, helping everybody out. That's me checking your wristband. You know, it was club effect on Saturdays. You're not getting in here without a wristband, baby. Support the cause. Then I went and I became an assistant, and after becoming an assistant, that's when I was like, okay, let me take a step into fitness. I was thinking like maybe aerobics because I like dancing. I like like dancing. I like, you know, different types of fitness opposed to just, hey, let me just lift weights and stuff like that. And now that's why we had the dance class here on Thursdays at 6:30 at the Staxx. So come see it, bro.
Tomorrow, right?
See you.
All right, Shay. So I got a question for you. Many people, right, have an idea what an entrepreneur actually is and what we actually do. And so I often hear that the difference between an entrepreneur and an employee is that the entrepreneur just does and the employee follows, right? They're given the task, they are to complete the task, they make earned money, right? Versus an entrepreneur that has to create the thing, master the thing, learn the thing, and execute the thing to build something. So what is your mantra when you are doing your day to day? What excites you about being an entrepreneur? And what are you after? What's that chase for you?
Being an entrepreneur is nonstop. There's no start time, there's no finish time. You're always in your business. So one thing I can say about running your own business is there's no clocking out. Like you're always doing something, whether that's working, whether that's paying bills, whether that's being a coach, whether that's doing whatever you like to do. So there's no off time. Like you always have a end goal, and that doesn't stop. So when people mix that up between an employee and then an entrepreneur, it's all together. Like there's no way out of it. People think that, well, I own my own business, I don't have to work anymore. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to work nonstop because there's always somebody that's doing something better than you. So once you slack off, it all goes down from there. Luckily, I have a surround of me that always pushes me to do better. So that's why I push my clients so hard. So if I stop grinding, they stop grinding. That's my motto. So your motto is you cannot stop you cannot stop grinding.
Okay.
So it's clearly your passion.
Very
much so. Yeah, because I mean, you have to be. Would you say that a person has to be passionate to work for themselves?
Yes, you have to be passionate, disciplined. You have to be unselfish. You have to be relentless in everything you do. Because, like I said, the world itself is a business, and it'll eat you up and spit you right out.
And to flip to the other side, what would you consider to be one of your weaknesses as an entrepreneur? For me, I'm always told I don't delegate enough. Like I'll take it upon myself first, do it myself, and then I'll decide to either pass it on to someone or not pass it on to someone. But for you, what would you find that to be for yourself?
My weakness is the ability, and I'm gonna explain a little bit on that ability. As in, my weakness is once I hit a goal, it's hard for me to stop hitting another goal. I can't stop it. So I wouldn't say delegate. If yours is delegation, that's why I would tell you, hey, nobody can do it as good as you. So you find somebody that's doing equal as you and put them in that position. I use people's greatest, I'm looking for a word, greatest aspect or whatever, And if I know they're good at that
Assets.
thing, I know they can handle it.
Yeah.
Because if they can't, I can do it myself. But that's why I use the word ability. Because once we hit a goal, it's all about the next goal.
And you definitely do that with your clients too. Like that's why it's about the business end for me with you than it is about the like how in the world. I don't know. You don't have to answer this, but how in the world you can have 100 and some odd clients and know the weakness or the strength in every last one? That takes a lot of thinking. That takes a lot of time. That means that you are not modeling, but you are studying. You study people, and that's what makes you good at what you do because you actually study people, and then your job or your career is people. Now before we move forward, I want everybody, because there's one question in here I need for you all that are on here to make sure you get these questions on. I don't think you understand who you have in the room right now. Like you have 3 entrepreneurs under the age of 30. I don't know if you all know this because we don't talk about it as much, but Emil is the owner of the theater in the square in Marietta Square. It's called the New Theater in the Square, right?
Yeah, Marietta's New Theater in the Square, right in the historical square, Marietta, Georgia.
It is a black owned one of the first black owned theater in the city of Marietta, doing amazing things before COVID, and is about to. And he bought the theater while he was still in college in undergrad. Like you need to understand who you have in front of you, and then you have an owner of the best gym in the world, like right here in front of you. You need to be asking these questions if you're trying to do business. If you have any business questions, you need to be asking these men and this beautiful young lady some questions and get some free game tonight. So with that being said, you have one question on the floor.
Yes, so Jennifer wants to know, did anyone teach you entrepreneurial skills or did you jump in and learn along the way?
Jennifer, I learn by example. So if I see, let's say, a family member that's earning his own company, okay, they're doing well, cool. Then I see another family member that's not doing so well, job to job, I follow a path. So with that being said, me being open, I chose to do things my way. And so with that, I control the narrative. Whatever I'm passionate at, I love playing football. Football has taught me so much. To be able to be on our team, be able to be unselfish, be able to just do my job, know my partner's job, know my other partner's job, know my other teammates' job, and just fulfill where I'm needed. So entrepreneurship just came to me naturally, if that makes sense.
What about you, Lola?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Lola, what about you? I got to bring you in because you're sitting back there, but I got to keep bringing you in. Come on, what about you?
Every job I pretty much had, I'm a hustler at heart, so I'm always gonna have something under, like me being a bartender, I can go back to any bar if something were to happen. I'm a CNA if I need to, if I could go to the hospital, a barber, all types of things. So one thing, I'm always in a job. Now I did do management, retail, clocking in, clocking out. That is not for me. Some people, it's for them. Some people working for another person in like a company
Safe
is for them.
Guaranteed check.
But that necessarily is not for me. Like I said, I came from music, from doing shows in clubs, doing stand-up comedy, working as assistants. I was even Kevin Hart's assistant right before COVID hit. I was his assistant when he was working on his bit that just came out recently. So I'm always going to hustle. That's what I call it. So entrepreneurship is hard, though. It definitely, one thing about working a job, you have a check coming. When you're on your own, when you're an entrepreneur, you have to be okay that you may not see no dollar for a long time. And, broke people, when you kind of hit rock bottom, you broke, you get kind of angry. But you gotta keep your mind right. That's when that mental capabilities start coming in. Seriously, though, like that's when you have to start finding a way, make a plan. There's an answer to every situation. It's just if you want to do it or not. And there's also a learning aspect. Even from right now, it's some game that to learn right here from Shayon, from from the questions being asked. There's always something to learn from in every situation, and you have to just implement it in your life.
And that leads me to what I'm going to say before we get into the other questions that are over there, Nate. So being an educator, right? Teachers think a certain way. And we think, and it's so true about it's a controlled way. You can only do so much what your administrator will allow you to do, what the standards allow you to do. And when I got involved in financial literacy with Operation Hope, that was barrier shaking and shattering for me, right? Here I am sitting in a room at a table for 5 hours and realize that the person that I'm having a conversation with is the CEO of Delta Airlines. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, okay, I see, CT Vivian over there, but I see TI over there. I see but I'm having a conversation with not the regional director, but the CEO of Delta. Like, and I talk about that in my book, right? About how, like, if I'd have known who I was talking to, I might have had a different type of conversation, but I had no idea. And so being with that organization with financial literacy, it shifted my mindset, because people that have jobs, went to college, got a job like they told you to, your mindset is totally different than a business person. The mind of a business person is totally different. And I definitely see that in all three of you. You have a totally different mindset. And here I am, the teacher, right? My job is to teach you. But the guy that wrote the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he talked about fake teachers and real teachers. So that would mean that would put Shayon would be the real teacher, because he's teaching you what he knows through what he knows, right? I remember that one time you were trying to tell me to do something. It was, I don't know how to do that. I have to feel it. And this man took my foot and shoved it into my back and said, "Do you feel that?" Yes, I understand now. Like, he showed me physically what I needed to do, but he does that every day, right? Like, he's telling us never to give up, and we see him in boot camp. He's not the kind of trainer that's on his phone while he's telling us what to do. He's doing it as we're doing it. But whereas I'm trying to teach you about history, but I'm not living history. So there's a difference in being, walking a thing through and living it out. And so I think that business people just have that mindset. It's a shift that I think we need, especially in the Black community today. Back in the day, taking risk to own a business, a person will say, "I have a lawn care business." That means they got one lawnmower and a rake.
Yep.
And they're walking around talking about they have a lawn care business. Whereas now people are taking risk and investing their finances and creating a real business. Like I'll get into that whole Black about Effect Fitness in a minute, but that's a real business. Like, there's some major investment that has been put in there. And so there's some questions, Nate, if you want to go to those.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you want to bring in KT? Because it feels like she's talking a little bit about what you're talking about.
Okay, that's fine.
So a common thing I see among entrepreneurs is a sense of purpose and an alignment with their faith in something bigger than themselves. How do your businesses align with your purpose and faith? Can you also speak to the importance of entrepreneurship in the Black community?
So anybody can jump in and answer that.
That's a good question. With me, myself personally, and this is me, my faith and my business go along right with each other, because without one, I wouldn't be able to do the other. And I've been blessed. I've been so blessed with receiving. It's hard for me not to give, and my family they always get onto me. It is by you give so much, but you don't allow me to help. You don't allow us to help you. You always give, because I've been so blessed with being around so many good people who give me all their knowledge. Like, knowledge is not free. But
can you say that again?
Knowledge is not free, and so when you give it to someone, you have to grab it. You got to grab it by the back. I say that all the time. I wake up and say, you got to grab it. You got to grab it. You got to take a hold onto it. And like I say, they go hand in hand. My faith and entrepreneurship, they go neck and neck. I read the second part of the question was what?
If you can speak about the importance of entrepreneurship in the Black community.
in the Black community, I don't want to say it in that way, not saying that she asked the question wrong, is entrepreneurship in our community is spoken. Yeah, it's not spoken about. As you can take this area for example. We have a primetime gym, #1 gym in the world. But
#1 gym in the world.
I got a Captain D's in front of me. I got a McDonald's that's #1 in Georgia. It's like it's no steps of us here. We have to go outside to get it. Like we have to travel at least 5 miles to get a decent meal. And when I say the businesses over here are ran by other cultures, you go to the store. I don't want to say anything to get into politics, but you see all the stores that nothing. Do we go spend our dollar with everyone else, but not with our kind? With that being said, like I said, it's over 3,000 members that come to this gym from all over Atlanta, outside of Atlanta. So with that being said, it's the ability to take risk. A lot of us are scared to risk. A lot of us need that safety net of a paycheck every week. And we are the opposite. That
you are
gonna work. I work for free because I know that it's gonna create value. I got a product that's more valuable than me getting a paycheck every night. I'm happy. I'm so fucking, excuse my language. I'm so happy with what I do. When my friends, my family, my partners, you got to be happy, even if it's all bad. I started with 3 clients. I started with 3 for about 3 to 4 months. Then I was like, you know what? What's the difference between me and the person that has 20 clients, 50 clients, 1,000 clients? Risk. And without risk, there's no reward.
So there's a lot of questions in the chat. If somebody will drop the name of the person the guy that wrote the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Nate, the guy from the video, if you'll drop the name, because he said, Shayon, what you just said, he said an entrepreneur will work for free. An employee works for a check. So if you're out there and that's what, if you're trying to work, if you like, I always told you all,
His last name. I want to say his name, Rob.
It is Rob something.
I think entrepreneurship in the Black community actually kind of comes from home too. We aren't necessarily taught to go out and be our own boss. A lot of times when it comes to men, you only can make it into rap, being a football player, any kind of ball player, things of that aspect. We don't, but that's from like systematic, all types of things from 100 years back. So I feel like in order to create the new world or the new Black dollar and create more Black entrepreneurs, we have to start implementing that in our kids right now.
That's perfect. That's exactly.
You have to start teaching them young.
The Captain Kirk put the name in. Nate, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was going to agree and throw in the side that I talk about the most, which is it is absolutely true that we do not have a generational system of being entrepreneurs. This is something that has been truly taking gear in the millennial era.
It is birthing now.
It hasn't been before. It has been like little pepper flakes in a big pond of salt. So little. And so now it's so many of us. And what sometimes we don't see is the support when all of those happen. Sometimes we are quick to judge our brothers faster than we would judge our enemy. We'll walk into the door of the enemy because we are comfortable with the face of it, but because our brother's face is not familiar, we don't want to go in. And I just see that so often, especially when so many of us are starting so many of the same businesses, right? Like in COVID, it has been the season of starting. If you have some product, right? If you can sell any little product, a mask. I don't know how many people started mask businesses just off of COVID. It's not a problem. I love the hustle, right? That is the hustle. That is the need. You find the need and you do what you need to do, right? But then how many of us just bought our masks from Target and not actually like find a Black seamstress to make you your mask? So,
I definitely supported Black businesses in that on purpose. Thank you.
Okay, I'm not calling nobody out. I was just, I just wanted to bring that other side, but I'm glad you did. I'm so happy you did. Do you remember who they are so we can get them some more
I
business?
do. Yes, Lindsay's sister. She's on here. Her sister and her mom is making masks right now. I forgot her mom's first name. But Lindsay, drop your mom's name in the chat. Yeah. And then there's another seamstress from our gym. She's a seamstress. She was making masks. I bought them from her as well. But you have to support Black businesses. Go ahead, Nate.
I just wanted to ask a specific little detailed question that I hear often, and I would love us to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to be an entrepreneur that has a dollar bill to start a business?
Say it one more time.
Do you have to be an entrepreneur? Go ahead.
You're about to see the other side. You're about to see that
I got it. You good?
Yeah.
Okay. My question was, to be an entrepreneur, do you need to have a dollar bill in your pocket to get started?
No. I got that quick. You need no money to become an entrepreneur. All you need is hard work, a plan, and it's finding a way.
And faith.
There you go.
Believe in
Faith.
yourself.
That's added. Believe in yourself is your credit, is your money.
Sometimes you got to be your own hero.
There you go. Believe in yourself is your money.
So this idea that those who are entrepreneurs,
people think that you had to have money to start a business. You don't. Like you don't have to have a dime to start your own business. Not one dime. You got a sheet of paper. I can give you a sheet of paper. Anywhere you can find an old cardboard box, plastic piece. Write down your plan. That's the start of it. You got to start. You have a plan first.
Yes,
Tangela. Talk about money. But yeah, that's it.
I mean, but you're exactly right. But think about angels, Nate. I was paying. I wrote a book. I paid to write the book. I paid to publish the book. I didn't have a market. I didn't know anything about business. I made T-shirts, magnets, all that stuff for those girls just to do a mentoring. But did I make any money off of it? No. But the seed that was planted brought me all the way to where I am right now. Like I made more than money off of doing that mentoring program for 5 years. Now I have so many people that you're my godchildren. I get sick and tired of saying, yes, this is my former student and we still hang out. These are just my god kids and let's keep it moving.
Well, we're proud of our history, so we like it when you say it.
Right. So when you plant seed, I always say this and I mean it. You are going to reap. Well, you might not reap where you sow, but you're going to reap what you sow. And if you're doing it for the purpose of reaping, then you have your reward. You already got it. But when you do it for the sake of, because it's your passion, then you're going to reap a real harvest. And I do believe that right now is the time that we're seeing. Who is clapping?
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Tell whoever that is. We say, why don't they just show their face?
Let's do. Look up.
Hey,
what's up?
Wow, come on, man. That's what you get.
Oh my goodness. What did I do to deserve that honor? Guys, it truly from my fitness #1 gym in the world. So what I was saying is that this is the time that I see entrepreneurship for the Black community really blooming. And I do believe that it is the seed from people from hundreds of years ago that there's a harvest being reaped. Maybe prayers, Shayon, that your grandmother's planted, or Nate, your great-grandparents planted, that you are now the harvest, or at least the next season of that harvest being reaped into the community. There are a lot of questions in the comments, Nate. So we need to honor those and let you guys answer some of those now. So you might want to go back up and pick some of those up.
Okay.
Somebody asked Shayon, what were your goals in the next 5 years?
Do you want to read? Okay, here it is. Captain Kurt. Will Affect Fitness ever host a networking event somewhat along the lines of what Vendor Saturdays used to be?
Every Saturday is a networking event, Curtis. Every Saturday. We Affect Fitness operate as most people want to say Black Wall Street. Most people call us Black Wall Street. So every Saturday we want to be festive. We want people to talk to each other. You never know who you'll talk to. I tell my personal clients all the time, you never know who you training with. You never know if you're going through with somebody. You really don't. You never know that person can help you out, or that person knows somebody that can help you.
One of the first things they always say when you're inside the boot camp room, get off that
Get off
brick
your ass
talk to
and
somebody you
talk
don't
to somebody. So with that being said,
Mm.
every day, not just Saturdays, but every day is a day opportunity to connect and network with somebody that you've never talked to or you just never know. So what we have been working out that's going to come out soon is that Black Wall Street book is where if you own a business, if you own whatever you do, we're gonna put it all in one category. We have a book at the front desk where, boom, I need a car salesman, or I need somebody to own their own hairline. That's what we're gonna do. That's coming soon.
That's perfect, because I want to get to the comments, but you brought it to, that was one of the topics I wanted to bring up. It seems like to me, like, territories have anointings, or they have a spirit about them. They have Effect Fitness seems to be the place that just births other businesses. I know it's supposed to be a place, it's a gym. I know it is a place for fitness, but there are two other things that happen there simultaneously at the same level.
Yeah.
Healing, emotional healing. Definitely. Like, you can't meet a person that goes to that gym that does not talk to you about how being there shifted them emotionally and mentally, me included, or the fact that so many people, when they get there, is something that it sparks in them, that some passion that they have, that they start a business. Like, what is that?
That's a good question. Like I said, I get this question all the time. I get this question so much. I even hate to call this place a gym. We call it a performing arts facility. With that being said, you come and perform. You come here to be you. You don't come here to be anybody. You don't come here to be your position at work. You don't come here to be the owner of your business. You come here to be free. You come here to leave your stress at work. You come here to not to worry about your ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend trying to bust you without that drama. Like, the drama stops at the door when you walk in here to Effect Fitness. It's home. This is your home away from home. It's so many of us here. It's like, okay, I call, hey, what's up, auntie? What's up, aunt? We're very family oriented. And like I said, dude has his younger brother, his cousin, everybody that he grew up with. Ball has his dad, right there. I have my little cousin. It's always family first. And with that being said, if you've been with us from day one, you know I've been the same since you met me. So it's not going to change. I'm not going to change. I'm not the person that switch up on you. I'm the person that's going to say, hey, my best friend just switched up on me.
Right.
You're going to come to me, tell me that. And people don't always get that. Why you so happy all the time? And why are you doing this? Because people come here for that. People come for me to be the same guy every day. They don't want to see me down and out. And there's how you cope with being down and out. You know what? I wake up, I pray, I go to work. Everything gonna be all right. That's my answer to everything. It's gonna be okay.
And that is what you, and that you've been consistent in that. You said that for 2 years, but there's definitely something about whatever what you all are doing that sparks other people to think about what more can they do.
We will never let up. My energy will never change. Dooley will never let up. He pushed me so hard. We push each other. So he's like, okay, bro, I'm waking up at 4 o'clock too. Well, I'm gonna get up at 3:30. Well, I'm gonna get up at, you know what I'm saying? We meet ball. It's like we gonna push each other to the max until we all where we need to be. Like I said, Effect Fitness is energy. And,
Captain Kirk said you used to be nicer to the Breakfast Club.
And that's called growth.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, green team.
Y'all want to get one more question in?
Yes, get some of those questions in.
Okay, this is I'm gonna
yield my yeah, go ahead.
I might yield mine too. Because this is more important.
It is.
Y'all have been wild in these comments. Okay, we can hit
let's
this.
Go and look at some of them. Just okay, go ahead. Yeah.
So Kiji said, talking about knowledge, what books, podcasts, people, videos, resources, etc. that you would recommend to Black entrepreneurs?
That's a good one. Wendy brought it up earlier. It's probably one of my first books I read when I retired from the NFL and CFL. Was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That was. Hold on,
I'm gonna find his name by Robert
Kiyosaki.
Yeah, somebody put it. They put it in the chat.
Yeah, that was one of the first books I read, and it kind of.
Thanks, Tan.
It kind of put a whole different aspect on life, because like I said, I grew up with open parents. They were like, well, do what you want to do. And then you got my best friend who's like, go to college, go get a job. But then you got the neighborhood dope boy that's like, man, hey, I can do the same thing in a couple hours. And then you're like, okay, cool. And then you go through it yourself. I went to school for free. I didn't have to pay for it. I went to school for free, so I did graduate debt free. And it's like, okay, I'm playing football. Cool. I'm getting a steady paycheck that's above, like I said, it's above the normal person's. And then I retire. It's like, okay, what's next? Well, Shayon, what do you like? What do you want to do? The same question my mom asked me. How do you see yourself waking up every day? So you know what? I love working out. I love people. I love the human body. Cool. Don't be like everybody else and become a personal trainer. They say everybody just stop football and become a personal trainer. You know what? I'm gonna become a coach, a teacher. Same thing. I don't want to. Being a teacher is not like people. It's not. They don't have enough respect on their names. So a teacher and a coach is right here. It's right here. There's no one above the other. Knowledge is key. What do you know?
So I would suggest a couple of things to read. So first of all, I would say The Grind by Damian John. He talks about one thing that he talked about in his book that I remembered as I made this shift from an educator to a business mindset. He said that successful people are slightly selfish. They get up early in the morning and they handle their own business first. And when I first started working out, I was like, ain't no way in hell I'm getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and going to a gym. And I used to work out in the afternoon. And then I took the mindset that working out was for me. It was for my mental capacity. It helped me clear my mind for the things I have to do. So I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and go. Now, I'm not saying that I'm the nicest person or that I, do what I'm supposed to do early in the morning. I just said I get up. But he's also talked. So that's The Grind. Number 2, I would say The Memo by John Hope Bryant. He talks about the fact that African Americans did not get the memo on how to wield money. The word wield like a weapon. And so the fact that we use money, but we don't understand there's a difference between being rich and being wealthy. So those are 2 books that I would definitely encourage you to read. And if you have a son, that you probably need to read them. Those are 2 reads you should do with your son. Anybody else have any suggestions?
And your daughters. Don't forget.
Yes.
I have a different approach of learning. I just like to talk to people who are actually in business, sitting down and listening to how they start. Like I learned from Shayon, I learned from Dooley. My aunt, I learned a lot from my aunt. I actually first started working with her. She owns the Universal Circus. So being the one that first owned and operated Black circus in America, in the world at that point in time, that was such a big deal. So I grew up with that in my family. I like to, because a lot of times people with books and stuff, yes, you can learn knowledge from it, but sometimes you can see, oh, this is how I save $100,000 by staying with my mom, or by $100,000 in a year. But they also don't tell you that they're staying in their mom's house. They're not paying any bills. A lot of us have kids. A lot of us have, a job. And you're like, oh, how can this person do it? But I can't. And sometimes they don't naturally iron out the whole story. So I like to learn from real people.
That's good. That's a good
Find someone
point.
in your neighborhood. If you see a Black-owned business, just talk to them. Like, okay, how did you get started? Even if they don't give you the whole cup, at least get a little bit from it. So that's how I learn. On Instagram, I follow people that have like minds, like a lot of young entrepreneurs. I study people. I study patterns. I study how people operate. So that's me. I like real people because I'm a very raw person. What you see is what you get. So I don't.
It's very genuine.
I could write a book right now and tell you how you could be a billionaire tomorrow, but is it factual?
Right.
Put up KT's comment, because that was where I was going to go with what Lola just said. Mentorship is important when going after any goal. I believe wholeheartedly you need certain people around you. You need to find people that your future is their past. Point blank, period. And what do I mean by that? I mean people that have already been and done what you're trying to do. And then you need to have people behind you that are trying to get where you're going. You have to have people that you pour into and people that will pour into you. If you are the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
In the wrong room.
Say it again.
If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. And if you think that age is wisdom, you miss the mark. Because I'm going to tell you flat out, I have put myself on purpose around people. I can name some people, Shayon being one of them, Ashley being another one in the chat, that these people know some things that I do not know. Let me listen. Sometimes you need to listen more than you speak. So those are some good things. Hey, Dub, how are you? Okay, so you're going to go to another comment. Where are we going?
I think we should wrap it up. I feel like it's a good place to wrap up.
Okay.
So ladies and gentlemen, we're skipping our rants and our chronicles today because the conversation was too fruitful, and it was more important to continue that conversation rather than for us to talk about ourselves some more. Again, don't be selfish, right? We sharing free knowledge with you for everyone. So I appreciate that. Before we get into this, as I'm also looking for it, which is so funny. As we get into this, remember that it's easy and free for you to like our channel, to subscribe to our channel, to share our channel. It don't cost you nothing. You know what it does? It makes your algorithm stronger so you see us every week. That's what it does. So if you would make sure that as you're watching, you are sharing and liking. You don't have to watch it live with us every week. But the views do count as you continue to watch it. So I do appreciate each and every one of y'all. Now, let's get into the traditional ending. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I want all of y'all to participate. I'm going to keep saying it. We want to see it in the comments. But we're going to ask our guest first, and everyone has to answer the question. Here we go. So the question for everyone today is today's dream tomorrow's reality, or is tomorrow's dream today's reality? Shay, I'm gonna let you go first.
Ooh. Today's dream is tomorrow's reality.
Okay, and why?
What I'm thinking about right now, I know it's gonna happen in the morning. So the plan I have for tomorrow's lesson, I know that I need to be wholeheartedly 100% in it, because if not, it's not going to be the same. So to break that down again, is what I'm planning right now, what's going on with me right now is not going to affect tomorrow.
All right, I'll take it. Lola, is today's dream tomorrow's reality, or is tomorrow's dream today's reality?
Tomorrow's dream is today's reality.
Okay. Why?
And I say that because with me being like an entrepreneur, me trying to grow myself, grow my brand, grow into the woman that I am destined to be, I have to act what I envision myself tomorrow in this moment at this time right now. So if I'm walking, okay, I want to be a millionaire, I must act and conduct myself as a millionaire. I must have the thought process of a millionaire. I must do all things right now in order for tomorrow's dream to come to fruition. Whatever. Look, he corrected me.
Listen, that was beautiful.
Yeah, we got what you said. We understood.
So Wendy,
I'm the oldest. I'm going last.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Today for me,
all my stress.
I've been thinking about it because now we have to answer this question weekly. So I've been trying to figure out like what changes in the week that I always have to go with a different answer. But you know what? Today's dream is going to be tomorrow's reality. Here's why. I'm in a position currently where I'm having to pivot. And because I have to pivot, it is very important for me at this moment in time to make sure I am dreaming about what I need to happen tomorrow and the day after and the day after that. Because if I do not have vision, I can't move forward. I don't know where I'm moving forward to. And so in this space of pivoting, it has forced me to continue to dream today for what tomorrow may bring. All right, old lady, since you want to take the old card, you ready to go?
I am.
Okay, what is it?
Today's reality is tomorrow's dream.
Today's
So you know that my book edits are back. I finished reading all of the edits. There's 26 pages worth of edits and rewrites that I have to do. So the reality of today is, if I want this dream to be for real, I've got to get to work. I've got to rehash my schedule. I've got to make time, because now I've got to take this one project and turn it into 3. And that will happen. I see it. It's clear. It's going to happen. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I put every cent I have into it. It's happening. So the reality of today is, I've got to make that happen. And there's nothing else that can happen but that, period.
Yeah, I'll be loving it because Wendy be answering the question all her own. She be, she go in another place where I'm like, yep, I should have thought of that too. Okay. All right. Wendy.
Hey, Lola. Yes.
So Hill Story put her answer in. So read this one for us.
Today's dream is tomorrow's reality. I've grown and learned so much in this COVID times. Ooh, I meant to ask Shayon about that. I've been sitting on business ideas for 16 years, and they're finally coming into fruition this year. Amen. Amen. That's excellent. That's excellent.
All right, y'all. So it looks like we have come to the end of this episode. But before we do leave, I do want to thank Shayon and Lola for joining us for this episode of talking about millennial entrepreneurs. If y'all would, tell us your Instagram, your Facebook, where you are, how can we join the gym? Just drop it on us. Just drop it.
You can follow me at that green guy on Instagram. You can also come see me in person at Effect Fitness, the best fucking gym in the world. You can go to our website, effect.fitness. Scroll down, you'll find any trainer you would like. If you want to see me, you can go to my website at Green Team University. Click on the bio, click on the tab, click on purchase prices, click on shop, buy whatever you want. Come see us.
That green guy, DATG.
There you go. That's why she's my right hand girl.
Yeah.
I am on Instagram, Lola Staxx. That's LOLASTAXX. I am a green tea trainer here at Effect Fitness. I am his assistant. You guys want to come get paid?
You can see her tomorrow as she does her twerk class.
Dance class. Okay.
Yes, we have class tomorrow. You can do it virtually or in person.
Hey, the first 10 people on me. First 10 people. You get first 10 people. Let's reserve. First 10 people, then reserve. And they walk in. They on me.
And it's at 6:30. First 10 people on Shayon. So make sure y'all get here on time, honey. Because it's already got a little limitation on it anyways. And if you cannot make it to the dance class, come join us Friday with 2-5. At 10:45, we do have a full body class as well. So again, just follow me, Lola Staxx, LOLASTAXX.
I do got
all this tea information.
I do got one question before I let us all out. Do you guys do anything online since COVID hit?
Yes.
I
meant to tell you.
Yes. Effect Fitness Bootcamp.
Yes.
Yeah, we have an on-demand app. We call it Effect On Demand. You can purchase a monthly pass for only $40 a month. You get access to live classes and on-demand pre-recorded classes. Personal training. We both do training via Zoom. Where if you visit the website, you see the times that are casted below. But yeah, we train Monday, Tuesday, Thursday for virtual training. Bootcamp is Monday through Sunday.
And even people doing virtual, guys, they're out there losing 35, 40, 50 pounds since quarantine. Like this is the real deal here. This ain't no play. We don't have pizza and donuts, right? What he said. Right.
I know.
All right, well,
I know when I return, Wendy's going to drag me to the gym. So I look forward to meeting y'all soon. I look forward to meeting you.
If you ain't ready to come to the gym yet,
ready to come to the gym.
Hey, download the app.
Your house is the gym, baby.
See?
You want to train?
Did you dump 2 cans, some water bottles? We turn anything to a weight.
Okay, so before they have me sweating up in this house, I want to thank y'all once again for joining us. Happy holidays to y'all. Well wishes to you and your family. Hope you guys had a great family feast day. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all for the Mentor Mentee podcast. I'm Emil Thomas.
And I am Wendy Torres, and we are so glad that you were here with us tonight. Be blessed, and we'll see you next week. Bye.